But I will just prove you guys. Like it's very easy.
Hello, video being used at the skinny strength. So if you want to be like that dude on YouTube, Anatolli or whatever his name is, sorry, I can't remember his name. Yeah, but the Ukrainian guy who pretends to be a janitor in a gym and he's proper strong. Yeah, so in terms of your training, you want to go heavy, so you want to periodize it. But let's say, for example, you can do 6 reps with 100 kilograms on bench press. What you want to do for kind of skinny strength is avoid going to failure. So you might want to do like, say, 3 reps. So well within your potential, so you're not going to failure where someone has to kind of lift it off you. And have big rests in between, up to 5 minutes, and just do like, it depends. You have to depends on your kind of muscle fiber type, your genetics, your ability to recover and stuff. But probably want to start off with about 5 sets per exercise, maybe 3 different exercises per workout, maybe a bit more, just depends. Like my recovery's terrible because I've got fibromyalgia and different stuff wrong with me. So yeah, my recovery's awful. I like to do a lot of single set training, what works best for me personally. But yeah, experiment with it and see what works for you in terms of that. But it's metabolic stress and mechanical tension that builds strength and muscle mass. And there's some posh word that people throw around, the mTOR pathway, which is just the thing you want stimulated, basically, to produce muscle hypertrophy, which is a posh word for building muscle mass. Yeah, so don't go to failure. If you want to build muscle mass, then you want to go to failure. I normally do 1 set or 2 sets, just normal, 6 to 12 reps. Do like a load of warm-ups first. Warm-up sets, get really warm first. Do 1 set to failure, and then a second set to failure about 2 minutes later. And then I'll tend to do an explosive movement, like a plyometric. So say I'm doing bench press, I'll then do plyometric press-ups. Or even on a Smith machine with a lightweight, just like launching it up. But yeah, gym instructors might not like that, but yeah, something plyometric and explosive and then negative. So might even what I tend to do if I train on my own, I'll get the machine and do it with 1 arm, push it out with 2, and then bring it back with 1, push it out with 2. So it's easy. I'm not trying to exercise the muscle in terms of the forward movement, but the negative, try and control that back. And you want to try and go a bit heavier than you would do on a normal concentric movement. For the eccentric, the negative one, you can usually handle higher weight. Yeah, you have to find your weight, don't go injuring yourself. So yeah, sorry, I digress. Back to skinny strength. So don't go to failure, but go relatively heavy. Other massive thing in terms of just strength generally and being skinny, and it might be a limiting factor for a lot of people, is just your grip strength. It's a good video. Tim Ferriss shared it. I'll try and link to it in the description if I can find it. There's a guy who's a rock climber and he goes into a competition for the world's strongest grip. And yeah, everyone else is proper massive and he's like just slim and in shape, and he's as strong as I don't know if he places, but he does well in it anyway. He doesn't look out of place in the strongest grip in the world. And all he was doing was just like hanging off these like finger plate things that climbers have. Again, it shows you in the video. I think he was doing like 5 to 7 minutes a day on it. Yeah, so I just started doing it on my stairs. We've got stairs that don't have they have a gap in between the slats, the steps on the stairs, so I can like hang off those. So by doing that, I can't do 7 minutes, so I do like a minute or 2 a day. Yeah, to improve strength. I would say if you're doing loads of strength grip work, you're gonna get strong wrist flexors. You want to do like reversed, what they call bicep curls with a lightweight to do your wrist kind of extenders. I think they're called wrist extenders. You can also do like a bottom up kettlebell press because you've got to balance it. It's working both sides of your wrist. It's good for balancing out, and obviously if you can stretch your wrist as well, is a good idea. So grip strength technique, especially with like Olympic lifts like clean and press and deadlift as well. Technique, get that down. Make sure you're using your glutes and your lower back and your technique's good. Normally they'd say like take the weight initially first on your deadlift, and then take like 10% or 5% of the weight and then drive off from there. Don't like drive straight from the bottom. But besides that, without doing a tutorial on deadlift, which I'm not great at anyway, yeah, just look into the best technique, get a coach if you can, especially for your Olympic lifts, especially like because with snatch as well, that's quite a good one for getting injured. So I would get a coach for that if possible, or join like a CrossFit gym with a decent Olympic lifting guy or girl. And yeah, technique. Well, another thing is just like functional strength. So let's move away from just lifting weights at the moment. Say you're like doing Greco-Roman wrestling or just wrestling. I've wrestled with like guys who are tiny, but they've got dead strong necks. And so like you're trying to wrestle them because you can't break their posture, you can't move them around. Because if you can move someone's head around, they kind of go, they fly everywhere if you can manipulate their head. But if a guy's dead strong on his neck and he's got dead strong legs, so you're trying to grab like a single or whatever, and he's just got strong, functionally strong legs, because he got the good technique, but also because he's trained that movement for years, like defending a single. He's got a technique and he can fire his muscles at the correct time to kind of make himself as strong as possible. Yeah, like neck, glutes for wrestling, but whatever your sport is, there's usually like functional strength, and the best way to train for it is usually to do your sport. But then, yeah, that'll work 80% of the way, but you also want to do your strength and conditioning, especially to, again, if you're wrestling loads, you're going to get your head snapped down loads. You want to, by people trying to break your posture, you want to like strengthen it the other directions, each plane of motion. Otherwise, you'll get like a, what's the word, an imbalance. Other thing, just generally for strength, I personally find if I'm warm, I'm a lot stronger. And also, there's a lot of research now if like you, basically your central nervous system can increase your strength if it's kind of activated and firing on all cylinders, so to speak. For example, if you just take a ton of caffeine, that has been shown to make you significantly stronger. Yeah, you're not going to be sleeping for a while if you take it in your evening session, but just something to think of. Yeah, I like to get really warm. Obviously, dehydration becomes an issue potentially, but I personally find I'm stronger when my muscles are warm, like much stronger. Like all my PBs have come. I used to actually train when I had a bath. I'd go in the bath and then do my chin-ups, come out of the bath, dry myself off, then do chin-ups. I had a whole workout routine I did in the bath, which actually is amazing for flexibility. Doing your stretches in the bath, I got so much, massively more flexible, better than going to yoga class just by stretching when I was dead hot in the bath. And also, like, if you have niacin, chew on a bit of ginger, have a hot bath. It's basically like a poor man's sauna as well, which has got loads of health benefits. But yeah, I just find heat makes me stronger and you're less likely to get injured. But then you've got there's that Palmer cooling device that it's going to bring your core body temperature down. And that apparently makes you stronger, like in terms of doing multiple sets. So perhaps because I only do 1 or 2 sets per muscle group normally, maybe being warm works for me. But if you're kind of going into like 6 to 12 sets per workout, maybe you'll get too hot and dehydrated. I don't know, but yeah, do what works for you. The other way to get your central nervous system firing up as well is smelling salts. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend using those because it's like an irritant, although I have used them myself. But so yeah, so heavyweight, but don't go to failure. Grip strength, functional strength if you're looking at strength for your sport, which is you build most of it by good technique and doing your sport. And yeah, get your central nervous system firing. Warm-ups will do that as well. And also you've got the old complex training where you do like a normal concentric steady state exercise first and then go on to do a plyometric one. Well, I've seen some research doing the reverse, where you do like a plyometric explosive one and then do your kind of normal weightlifting exercise. You got complex training, you got French contrast training, there's all kind of them, but yeah, hope that helps. Heavy, lighter weight, no, hang on, heavy, less reps, don't go to failure. But if you do want to build mass, go to failure. So yeah, hope that helps.
I'm sorry, mister. Why your friend use fake weights?
Oh, it's not fake weights.
Like here, it's...
Yeah, they look like this. Man, it's...
No, there's like air inside or plastic.
Manus! No, come on. Bro, if you make one, then you have the champions.
I will try. I don't know the technique, but I will just prove you guys. Like it's very easy and it sounds like plastic. I don't know.
Between men. How you live that?
What do you mean?
How do you live that?
The map?
No, how you live this way?
Ah, that's fake.
Man, he keeps saying it's fake.
No, guy, I honestly like.
No, man.
What do you mean? What I live? This
Yeah,
one
you
or
lift all of this.
this plastic?